outside. It is 10 degrees. I don't know what a nice girl from Texas ended up doing in upstate New York, but here I am. I lived in cold weather now for most of my life, so I shouldn't complain. My love for coats is real, so I love covering them, and I'm so excited to share with you my winter 2022 review, haul, as well as some things to keep into consideration when investing in a coat and also styling one. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ziva Lennox, and if you're new, a very warm welcome. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so for all the fashion and styling tips. Don't forget to stay to the end of the video so I can share my 3 top tips on what to look for when investing in a coat. I'm going to structure this video is by going through all the different coats in certain categories. I'll have all the links below as well. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me on Instagram and DM me there or comment below. So one of my favorite categories of coats is teddies. I feel like teddies are like just a giant hug. I love feeling so cozy, and I think they look really elegant as well, and they're very versatile. You can easily dress them down with sneakers or some Chelsea boots, and you can absolutely glam them up with high heel booties or whatever shoe you want. They're so versatile. I'll start with my favorite, which is this one from Stan Studio. I've been wearing Stan Studio coats now for a couple of years, and I love them because they are definitely high quality. They wash really well. They're usually really elegant and made so well. The fit is impeccable like that. They'll run you anywhere from like $200 to $900, and I have a discount code for Farfetch, the website that specializes in luxury products, so don't miss it. It's only good to February 6th. You've got to get on top of this. I'll put the link below. This is the back of it. It's just so beautiful. This is definitely on the dressier side, but I think with the coat, it doesn't really matter what you're wearing underneath because nobody can see it anyway. This is another one from Stan Studio, and this is just, again, they really specialize in this beautiful kind of faux fur look. They also have a lot of Max Mara coat wannabes. If you're familiar, Max Mara has one of the finest teddy coats in the world that's belted, and Stan Studio does a great job of doing a similar coat for a lot less, so check it out. This one is a little bit shorter, which is a great length if you're not absolutely freezing, or sometimes the longer coats can sometimes get in the way of you walking if you're like walking really fast. So something to consider. Another coat maker that I really love is Avec Les Filles, and this is now a couple years old, but they always make a version of this teddy, and they are so good. They're also high quality, less expensive than Stan Studio coats, but they also last forever. I've had this now for 3 years, and I've tried to sell it on Poshmark a couple of times, and then once I get an offer, I take it down. So I'm like, I guess I'm not ready to get rid of it. And then you have your shorter teddy like this one. This one is from Nordstrom, and this is just can look really elegant. I think it's also a great coat. Like if you're not going to be outside a lot, a little bit more of an elegant look, this can look really cute as well. This is like a very deep midnight blue, and it's just so fun to play around with. I think it's hard to wear these shorter coats if you live up north like I do, and it's like negative 10 degrees. Definitely want a longer coat, but I think for those times when you're going to be inside a lot, I think it lends itself really well to this length. Next up, we have the puffers, and puffers have just held their position so strongly over the last couple of years. I feel like the bigger the puffer, the better. It's definitely a trend for 2022. Voluminous silhouettes, and the puffer will certainly help you get there. So the one that I was wearing earlier is this one by Save the Duck, and Save the Duck is a company that is all about just that, saving the duck and other animals as well. So their coats are made with proprietary technology. It's called Plume Tech, and the Plume Tech materials mimic the same kind of warmth that a typical down jacket would give you. So if you're passionate about sustainability and saving animals and being cruelty free, which when I say it out loud, it's like, who wouldn't be, right? But if you're very passionate about that, you should definitely check them out. They are incredible in their jackets. My kids have them. I have this one. I'll show you another one as well. They're great. They also use recycled plastics, and for example, this parka that's more like a parka puffer saved 23 ducks in the making. So it would have taken 23 ducks to make something like this. So this is really cute. I think a puffer is a great time to play around with color and just take a risk on some boldness, which is another big trend for 2022. It's just beautiful, vibrant saturation of colors, which we've seen all the way from fall 2021. This length is very doable. I think it's also, if you're a skier, I'm a wannabe skier, I'm awful, then it's a great length when you don't want to buy a dedicated ski jacket, but you also don't want like a big, bulky, longer jacket. This is great. It's very warm. It comes in beautiful colors as well. I have nothing that's this color, so I wanted to take a risk on something beautiful and bright. This one is from H&M. It's definitely more of a fashion puffer, so if you live down south, definitely consider getting it. Live down south, a great option to get that puffer, voluminous look, but not get all the warmth. And if you live up north, it's a great layer. So this is beautiful. It's super huge and awesome. Just even like wearing it at home because it's so cold, like just feels like so cozy and I feel like a giant teddy bear. It's amazing. This floral one is from Karen Millen, and I just needed some flowers and some bloom in my life in this temperature. A little bit shorter, so it might be another great ski option. This one is a sequin puffer from Michael Kors, and I absolutely love it. It's such a great attention grabber. Definitely lots of compliments. The only drawback is that it pulls on my hair a little bit, but I still wear it because it's totally worth it. Getting back to this puffer parka, really love it. It's got faux fur. It does have a hoodie, which looks really luxurious. It looks and feels very buttery. The sleeves are incredible. I have been wearing these Save the Ducks in frigid Arctic temperatures, and they really feel like down jackets. So take a look at their array they have coats for the whole family as well. Okay, and so now for more of the classic, beautiful, timeless coats that you will buy now and just have forever. And one of my absolute favorites from this category is this one by Ralph Lauren. Just a very simple, classic belted waist, and it is on sale. I had originally gotten a size 2, but I had to return it for a size 4, which is this size here, because I like to be able to put stuff underneath because of 10-degree weather. The other camel coat that I have worn a ton is this one by H&M, and it's about $60. It's belted, kind of gives me that Ralph Lauren feeling as well. It's not super warm, but it's definitely one of those like 40-degree and up coats, I would call it. It's just amazing. It's so elegant, and it's a great length if you don't want like that full length camel coat, or if you already have one. The other company that I really love that makes gorgeous classic coats is Karen Millen, which is what that floral puffer was from as well. I love kind of the military vibe with the gold buttons and just super formal. It's just very elegant. They have great sales, so keep an eye out for some of their sales. I never buy their stuff full price because I know the sale is coming. And this one is one of my absolute favorites. It's from Mango, and it's got the faux fur, it's belted. It always makes me feel like an old-time movie star when I wear this coat. It's really pretty and very warm as well. And then we also have this one from Mango, which I love wearing it on date night when I know I'm gonna be like kid-free. And if anything happens to it, I only have myself to blame for spilling something on it. It's very similar to the Ralph Lauren coat, which is belted and classic and wool. And this one has a little bit more flow to it. I almost forgot to show you this puffer from Revolve, which was just blending into my other clothes, but it's a tie waist, so it's definitely a great ski puffer as well. So great if you don't want to look like the Michelin Man and just have a nice cinched waist. It is ridiculously warm and like just so cute. I highly recommend it. Water resistant, all the things. The next category I'm lumping in 2 different types of coats. One is just the crazy coat, which is just anything that's really attention drawing, something a little bit offbeat, whether it's just a super colorful coat like a red or an orange or something like that, a really fun print such as this striped one, or even a leopard print that's like super loud and dramatic as well. Or one of my favorite, just a crazy silhouette like this. This is still available, by the way, at Mango, so make sure to check it out. It is so fun, it is so warm, I absolutely love it. And then the other category is just the menswear coat. So something that's just very tailored and long and formal and menswear inspired. It's just so great. I love wearing this with all black, or it's a great city look as well. It's kind of like an extension of a blazer, so definitely not super warm. And the brown version as well. This one's from Zara and it's very similar. So if you kind of want to change the vibe a little bit from your classic belted wool coat, then check out the menswear inspired coats for a little bit of a change of pace. And the last category is what I would call kind of the rustic coat category. This one is from Zara and it's really pretty. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like the classic Stan Studio one, but this one just the cut of it and also the finish of it. It's a little bit more rustic, inspired from a coat that they make almost every year. I have one from a few years earlier that I wore basically till I couldn't anymore. This one just got dry cleaned. I'm still like trying to fight for this one, but it's definitely looking a little bit aged now. It's definitely fun to have a Western vibe in my coats. The Western trend is still going strong. And then of course we have the jackets, which we have like the fashion jackets like this one from Amazon, but we also have like the more functional ones. This one's also from Zara, that are a true jacket versus like more of a shirt jacket, but more of a jacket. This one is a legitimate coat. It is freaking warm, and of course very rustic feeling as well. There's some great ones on Amazon, but definitely want to take a look at the interiors and see what they're like and how heavy it is. This one is definitely on the heavier side, so I wouldn't sit in this indoors or wear it as a top. Some of the most important things that I've learned in investing in coats is, number one, make sure to look at your entire wardrobe and check for holes. Like, what do you not have already? So for me, as you can see, like, I have learned not to buy another really expensive camel jacket. So look for gaps and holes, fill it. Number two, style, not trends. I think that it's so tempting to get like what you see on Instagram flying through your feed, or what's pushed to you, or your favorite influencer, but really kind of be honest with yourself and say, like, is this really my style? And I love playing around with it. That's why sometimes I talk about Rent the Runway, which is great if you kind of want to play around and see if it's you, but it takes out that investment, and it's fun to discover those new sides of yourself. But check it out first if it's something that you typically don't do. And third of all, in investing in a coat is, even if it is you, can you see yourself wearing this 10 years from now? If the answer is yes to all three questions, then I think you should feel really good about your investment, and always watch out for sales right around late Jan to early Feb. Already some coats start to go on sale, so it's a great time to invest in them, and I actually buy most of my coats in that way. Make sure to check out my Amazon winter haul, as well as my 7 LBD outfits for winter, and hope you had fun with me today. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and hope to see you really soon.